I got my fire going, got my sleep system set up. It's supposed to get down to minus 20 tonight, so should make for an interesting sleep with no shelter and then no fire to keep me warm. It was supposed to not be windy tonight, but this afternoon it's been super windy, just tons of gusts coming in. That's why I built that snow wall there to hopefully protect me a little bit from the wind, but I might need to bolster that before I go to sleep because it's super windy. But fingers crossed that the wind kind of dies down and it's a nice quiet evening. I still have a lot to do before I go to bed. I have to change into my camp clothes, eat dinner. I want to make sure I have a lot of fuel in my body so that the engine's running and keeping me warm over the course of the night. It's going to be a challenge to sleep without the shelter. I think, to be honest, I think it's going to be not really a problem from a warmth and technical standpoint. What I think is going to be weird is just the mental aspect of sleeping outside without a shelter. I feel like that little bit of sil nylon or DCF or sil poly that you get with a tent just adds a little bit of protection from a mental standpoint, where it's going to be weird sleeping out under the stars and not having a little thin piece of material protecting me from the outside. I'm about to head to bed. I'm really curious to see if winter camping without a shelter or fire to keep you warm is viable. If it's not going to be snowing a whole bunch, I logically think that it should be fine. You can see right now it's a little bit windy, it's a little bit breezy out, so that might be a factor. It might cool me off quite a bit. But I've used this sleep system down to minus 50 degrees Celsius and been really comfortable, slept through the night at those temperatures. So I'm pretty confident, but we'll see. I will touch base with you guys in the morning. Good morning. That was actually a lot of fun.
I thought it was going to be a little bit weird mentally to be sleeping outside without the thin protection of my tent, but it was magical. It was actually magical. Whenever I woke up for a little bit just to kind of toss and turn, I would just look up and I'd see the bright stars above me, saw the moon over there. It was actually really beautiful. I think I'm gonna be doing that a lot more often. Warmth wise, I was toasty warm. It only got down to minus 15 degrees Celsius last night, and my sleep system can definitely handle that. I wasn't as warm as I would have been in a tent, and I think that's because of radiative heat loss. The sky is just one big heat sink, and I think I was losing a lot of heat to that, as well as some moisture buildup inside of my sleeping bag just with the way the dew point worked without having a tent. And I think that was actually a lesson for me. I didn't realize the tent was providing so much warmth for me when I was out winter camping. If you guys want to see the video where I go over the sleep system that I used last night, I've taken it down to minus 50 degrees Celsius, then go check out the video right up there. It goes over my ground insulation sleeping pad, as well as my sleeping bag, as well as some other little tricks and hacks that I use in order to be able to sleep at super extreme cold temperatures.